Hello, this is Jenny Clark with Solvability, and today we've got our session on What's Up with Mitch. Mitch is a small business in federal contracting. He's got a nice little company going. He's learned how to win contracts. He knows what he wants to do. He knows where he wants to grow. And my job is to help him get over the hurdles and barriers, and specifically also to help him on the financial side, cost and pricing, information for decision making, making sure his systems are moving smoothly and staying up to date. But Mitch's question for the day is, how do we bring in more work faster? Who doesn't want the answer to that? So Mitch, being a bottom line kind of guy, his comment to me is always, Jenny, I just want it all to work. So here are the questions that he's asked me about. The first one is, do we need to bring in a business development person to focus on that specific target? Good question. We got to talk about that and see whether we can afford it, when we could afford it, what the right person would be, where they've got to be located, and what kind of support they need. Are we wasting our time chasing this deal? When Mitch has a question like that, it kind of implies to me, he already knows, we are wasting our time chasing this deal, but sometimes you just need somebody else to say, I think your mind is telling you that. What is our probability of winning this, and what will it cost to do the proposal? When you're doing a proposal, you've got a lot of resources tied up in making all that happen. And it's the people that are figuring out how to respond to the proposal. It's the cost and pricing. It's the writing of the volume. And boy, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of work. Want to make sure that you've measured what your odds are of winning and what will it cost. I had somebody talk to me once about wanting to start bidding prime, and so they were picking pretty much anything they could go after to learn how to bid a prime contract, which is one way to do it. And one of the things we got into a kind of a sticking point on is they had to have a small business contracting plan. And it was like, well, we're a small business and we do have people that we work with. We don't have a ton of subs. Not all of them are small. So they had to go out and figure out those things, but you probably don't have to do that through a proposal. You could figure out other ways to make that work. How well do we know the customer, and who can we get on our team? Do we have the bandwidth to get this proposal done? What are we not going after because we're going after this? So all of these questions that Mitch is asking are things that he's really got to be able to think about for himself and make a decision. As far as bringing on a BD person to focus on that target, so many companies will have an office in Washington, D.C. because they want to be close to the customer. Because they do that, they've got office space and they've got the expense of being up there. But that might be better than Mitch flying up there every week, every time they turn around and say, oh, well, we want to meet on Tuesday. Can you be here? And he makes his plane reservation. He flies up there. On Tuesday morning, they call and cancel and say, well, so-and-so can't be here, so we canceled it. So bringing in a BD person to focus on that target, what you really would probably want to be thinking about is what agencies, where are the decision makers, not just the contracting people, but where are the people that with their requirements, where are the people that are involved in whatever evaluations need to happen. Make sure you've got the right person. Make sure that they're located in the right place, and maybe that you would find somebody that you'd want to have in the DC market that knows those customers and would be able to bring some of that action together. Are we wasting our time chasing this deal? Well, if it just showed up and it seemed like it just showed up in FedBizOps, then probably you are wasting your time because somebody else has probably got it. But do take a look and have a formal process for how you're choosing and what you're doing to go after work. That would be the main thing to do. And a lot of companies will have a rating system, so you may want to talk to some of your mentors and peers about what they're doing, how they make those types of decisions, so you can come up with something that makes sense to you. What is our probability of winning this, and what will it cost to do the proposal? Sometimes you're looking at these things and saying, well, we got to bid on something, and we've got to bid on a number of them with this agency, so they'll get to know us, and we'll learn how to approach them for proposals. We need to learn the teaming and learn who else is in this market. All of those things are part of the factors that you're taking into account. As far as the cost of the proposal, it is obviously going to be the hours of dedicated work that your team's going to have to spend on that. but a lot of people are really looking in terms of how can I produce a proposal within this time frame and get in the ballpark so I'm at least lining up toward getting future revenue. Some companies have we bid everything. Some companies have we only bid on specific things in your niche. Definitely want to define for your company what that's going to look like and stick with that strategy. How well do we know the customer and who can we get on our team? Relationships are super important with this. Take a look at who you've been talking to. And are they taking your calls? Are they sharing information like you'd expect them to? Are you getting what you need? And also be open to find out what they say. Here are requirements, writing those things down. How are they responding? And I'm sure that's all part of things that you're already doing. Do we have the bandwidth to get the proposal done? If you need to do this proposal, you're going to find the bandwidth. And the other question is, what are we not going after? What are you missing out on? You're always questioning yourself about that type of stuff. So, but Mitch, again, he just wants it all to work, just like anybody else. Mitch is unstoppable. Are you unstoppable? You know where you want to go. Solvability can help you get there with the cost and pricing intelligence you need to accelerate and scale your business. Most of our clients get started using our free wrap rate calculator. You can download it from our website at solvability.com. That's S as in Sam, O-L-V as in Victor, and the word ability.com. And it's just listed as a wrap rate calculator. A little spreadsheet shows how the math calculation goes between the billing rate and the employee's pay rate, or the employee's pay rate and your fully loaded labor rate. It has places where you pop in your overhead, your G&A, and your profit percentage so that you can figure that out. But you've got to figure out also what your true overhead rate is, or what your target, your provisional, whatever those rates are. And that's a bigger exercise. So if you need help with that, love to talk to you. You can just text me at 256-882-6276 and tell me who you are, what company you're with, and what your urgent need is, and let's set up a call.